Very good.
I really want to return to Stellar Blade because, man, I've been put like 100 hours, 100 plus hours in this game. You know, I think that's decent to get my opinion on a full playthrough and a second playthrough. I really started playing this game because of all the hate. And I'm the type of person that if I see somebody hating on it for something like a female protagonist or something like that, I'm going to return to the game. I'm going to return to the game. I'm going to buy the game. Well, I'm not going to always buy the game, but especially if it's something like, what was it, Assassin's Creed, when they didn't like the black protagonist, or the idea of Assassin's Creed fighting against the clan and stuff like that. I like shit like that, man. What we're seeing in the gaming industry, like when it comes to something like Crimson Desert or something like that, is like they want to, it's like white people want to erase any type of inclusion or inclusivity in the game. And I feel like what made this country great is the fact that we have so much diversity, and diversity has helped us. But I guess that's not something that people want these days anymore, or that a small minority of gamers want these days, and they just want every game to fail. It's either that or they're anti-woman, which I don't get, because now that I've played more games with female protagonists, I actually do like, when it comes to third person, it used to be that I wanted the character to represent what I look like or something like that. But, you know, after a while, it's like, okay, maybe I do want my character or my main character or my protagonist to be a super baddie waifu and she kicks ass. Because I think that's better. And especially when it comes to like mods and stuff like that, I don't know if it's the fact that there's a small minority, a loud minority of Asmongoloids and people like that, Asmongold fans who don't like women or don't like black people. Either way, I love women and I love black people. I never was a hater when it came back in the day of Harry Potter's and the Spider-Mans and stuff like that, or the Gokus or the Vegetas, where it wasn't really a problem that they were all white. It never even crossed my mind that they were all white. But as you see, that being a black man, that it's no problem for me to see a white protagonist. It's obviously a problem for a different demographic to see more black or women protagonists. Everybody doesn't have to be a white man, a young white man in his 20s, and that story gets old, bro. Like, we want different things. You can still have that, but if all the stories are fictional characters, then it could be more than just white men. There's billions of more different type of people who are just white men. You know what I'm saying? I've never seen somebody of Middle Eastern descent complain that there's no video game characters that look like them. I think that's just it's a cop-out, right? But anyways, when it comes to this Stellar Blade, right? Yeah. When it comes to Stellar Blade, right? It was a lot of things in the game after my 100 hours of playthrough, 100 plus hours of playthrough, which I love this game, by the way. I think it was, I don't know if it was my first Souls-like or not, but the thing about this game is this, man. It's a great Souls-like. It's a great game. I think the mechanics and the combat are so solid that I really find myself playing my second playthrough based solely on the fact that I feel like I haven't mastered the combat mechanics, and it's always refreshing. The fact that it was a PS5 exclusive, I think that limited it more. I wish there was more story elements to it. I wish it was more of like Elder Scrolls in the depth of gameplay, but it works for what it works. Like on the opening scene, you have the missile that got fired. Now, these are questions that after my playthrough, I feel like I can answer. Like, who fired the missile that destroyed the airborne squad fleet? In the beginning of the intro, obviously it was Mother Sphere, because now, spoiler alert, this is for people who have made a crazy playthrough of the game. But when you finally get to the Mother Sphere and you realize who the I'm not sure if it's the Grand Natiba or the Elder Natiba, you realize it was Adam the whole time, right? So when we get to the boss fight, with I forgot the little shorty name. but she's a mechanic, right? You realize that the mother sphere is sentient, and you run into more Naytibas that are able to talk and able to comprehend. They aren't just dumbasses or zombies or monsters, if you will. So obviously it was Mother Sphere. Mother Sphere is very smart. Mother Sphere is nothing like you think it is, and neither is the Elder Naytiba, because of course the Elder Naytiba's been under your nose the whole time. You know, there's a lot of plot twists and stuff like that. I feel like we definitely should get more into the lore of this game. It's a fire game. You could add a male protagonist and do it the classic way that we've been doing it since the inception of the gaming industry, and it would still be a great game, right? So, how are the Androidos born? Eve, Lily, and the others believe that they are human, yet they have memory chips that can survive in a vacuum. Do they have childhoods, or are those memories fabricated by Mother Sphere? So when we get deeper into the game, we realize that the Naytibas were the actual humans, and the humans are extinct. And what we have with Eve and Raven and whatnot, or anybody who looks human, is that they're actually not human. And this was a conflict to them, because the mind twist in this game was the fact that whole time it's the androids killing the humans, and we thought we were the good guys, but really we're the bad guys. So it's kind of a yin and yang of who's who. When you come about the real timeline, it's like, what's the real timeline? Adam claims to remember the world before destruction, yet he is the last original human. How old is he, and how long did the last war actually how long ago did the last war actually end? Based on the environment in the game and how long it's been around, I would say something less than 500 years. Something less than 500 years that the humans have been gone, right? Because when you come in, it's all gone. It's all gone. The Mother Sphere is in the air. It's kind of like you're just the last remnants of. You're not even the last remnants. The war probably has long been over, being that all of the humans have turned into Naytibas. So there is no humans left. And the only people who can really defend the earth, I guess, or repopulate the human race, quote unquote, or species, is Adam and Eve. Oh, Adam and Eve. I get it. So Adam, that's basically was supposed to be with Eve the whole time, because I really don't get why Adam even made Eve do all the things she did. I guess to get rid of Mother Sphere. But even towards the end of the game, at the cliffhanger, you see that Mother Sphere is not truly gone. She tries to ambush us, tries to get us out of the way, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work, but she doesn't go anywhere. So of course we got to have Stellar Blade 2 to answer that question, because I'm guessing Stellar Blade 2, if they continue the lore of the game and they get deeper into the lore, it's basically them trying to repopulate the human planet, even though all the humans are really gone and the war is technically over. It's really just after the fact. It's an after war, or after of just repopulation, right? And I guess it's gonna start with Adam and Eve, even though I wanted Eve to be, you know what I'm saying, my little digital waifu, but it's all good. It works towards the plot. Was Raven working with Adam? She clearly knows him and his plans, yet she attacks Zion, tries to kill Eve, actions that directly undermine Adam's goal. Where did she get an alpha core, and what is her true relationship? I feel like she definitely was working with Adam. Raven was definitely working with Adam, to the point that she was like almost severely jealous that Eve was even getting close to Adam, even though Adam was right under our nose. But in Adam's original form, or his true form, which is the Elder Naytiba, I believe, she was gonna fight us to the death, and she was pretty tough. She really wanted to fight us to the death. So she definitely was on Adam's side. She was actually the gatekeeper, but I guess Adam felt like she wasn't the real chosen one. You know what I'm saying? Why did Adam need the 4 Naytiba cores at all? That's what I don't get. I don't get why he sent. Of course, it's for the plot in the game. Probably just not so great writing. But the fact that Album was always the elder Naytiba, maybe he needed Eve to prove that she was the true Naytiba. Maybe he needed her to prove that she was the chosen one, not the true Naytiba, but the chosen one that I guess the Oracle might have prophesized about, and that she was able to gather all the cores and destroy Mother. She kind of didn't at the end, but of course that's why we need number 2. Since Adam is the elder Naytiba and was already inside the nest, the cores appear to be meaningless fetch quests. He could have simply opened the door for Eve. Was Oracle sacrifice truly necessary, or was it a writing convenience? Yeah, it might have been poor writing, a couple of plot twists to throw in that just weren't really connected to anything of much meaning. You know what I mean? But at the same time, he could have been seeing that she was a chosen one, But we don't know if the writers got that deep. Was Oracle a failed experiment or the first success? He is the first Alpha Naytiba in the first attempt at fusing species, yet he's frail and immobile. Is he a failure Adam moved on from, or a different kind of success? I think being that he was a prototype and that he was still around, obviously he was a success because maybe his body looks ridiculous, but he has been around to keep the records for the longest. And if it wasn't for him, then a lot of the things Eve was able to do to prove that she was a chosen one wouldn't have been possible without his knowledge. So he definitely served his purpose. I feel like he definitely served his purpose, but he was a prototype. You know what I'm saying? Was he like Eve or something like that? No, but was he as messed up as the Naytibas originally? No, he was a cross between both of them. So yeah, I feel like he was a success because he served his purpose. And of course, the Naytibas, they got more advanced, more sentient, more better. But at the end of the day, it all did boil down to Eve and Adam and Eve, of course. The choices of which ending will be canon for Stellar Blade 2. Fans debate whether the true path is making new memories. Eve fuses with Adam. Lily lives designed to save. Return to neutrality. Eve rejects Adam and returns to space. The sequel premise hinges entirely on this choice. I feel like Adam does need to go rogue, and we do need to take out Adam and Mother Sphere. But me, being me, I merged with Adam towards the end of the game and ended up having to fight Lily, which didn't make sense. But it should have been me and Adam. I get the powers of the Elder Naytiba, and we take on Mother Sphere. And the whole plot of number 2 should be the fact that we're going against Mother Sphere, and we're trying to battle between whether we repopulate humans, or we're trying to find something that converts the Naytibas back to human and repopulate the planet, being that we aren't actual humans in the plot. So I think that's pretty dope. What exactly can Eve do after fusing with Adam? She becomes a hybrid of Android, Eidos, and Naytiba, but the game never explains how she could actually unify the two species. Will she build new androids, create a nest, or reproduce as a template for humanity? Of course she has to reproduce. It's no point in making a baddie waifu and she not reproducing. Now, I don't know. Maybe this is the time where we can go male protagonist and women protagonist. I don't really give a damn about having a male protagonist, to be honest with you. But I mean, that seems to be what the flack about this game was. Calling everything a Gunner game this, Gunner game that. When, if you want to be honest, if you're on PC, any game could be a Gunner game, especially Elder Scrolls or something like that. So, honestly, I feel like the success of Stellar Blade is to show that cancel culture in video games, the same people who try to cancel culture.
Wait, that's a 5th Airborne Squad drop pod.
Are the same people who try to cancel games because it doesn't fit their likeness of making them feel like a superhero. We gotta realize, bro, games are a product, and a variety of different people play these games. So trying to ostracize a demographic of people just so a small group of people can play the game comfortably and live their fantasies of being a superhero is ridiculous. It's bad for business. I think anything anti-diversity